Well, g'day tubes, how's she hanging? Pretty good here. Had a little camera issue there though, it was kind of odd. I do as I normally do, new battery, new recharge battery, put her in the back, put the little card in, turn it on. It takes like, I don't know, if you unhook the battery it takes like, maybe 7 or 8 seconds to kind of get itself ready to actually start to shoot. And turned it on, did all that. As soon as you open up the side flap thingy, oh man, lost my train of thought. It turns on. It turns on and then does all its thing and tells you how much battery you got and stuff. But anyways, this time it turned on. It was just showing me how much battery I had, and that was it. So I'm like, that's weird. Usually if there's an issue, like if the stupid little micro SD card doesn't get plugged in right, it'll tell you that. And it'll say reinsert SD card. So I'm like, okay. So I close the little flap thingy here, shuts the camera off. And then I unhook the battery, hook the battery back on. It reboots itself again, and it was doing the same thing. So I'm like, that's weird. So I'm like, okay, well, the only other thing I can try is changing or pulling out the SD card and putting it back in, and then all of a sudden it worked. So I don't know. I really don't like these micro SD cards. They're so freaking tiny. They're way too small, but anyways, it's what they run in them now. And a lot of other stuff too, right? So, but I've also having a bit of an issue with reading the card on my computer. So I'm kind of almost wondering if it's time for a new one. New SD card, maybe. Get a lot of use out of them, but I don't know. Everything electronics eventually going to wear right off, right? Or wear out and then don't work. So I don't know. I find that with computers too. You get a brand new computer, it's awesome for like the first 6 months, and then you think, oh, that's not as fast as it used to be. And then another couple months go by, and why is it taking like a minute and a half to boot now? And put refresh and put all the new OS on it back to factory, and it's better for like a week, and then it's junk again. So I don't know. But anyways, I think anything electronic that's got power going through it, it actually does wear out. Eventually it wears out. But anyways, whatever. So we're going to continue a little bit on this today. And yeah, I don't have the right size of bolts yet for it, but I think if I got a 1.5 bolts, maybe that should be about right. Because we got 1-inch bolts there now, and they're just starting into the threads, enough to hold anyways. And how big is actually a nut? It's probably 1/2 inch, isn't it? Close, yeah. So I'll have maybe like the very tip of the bolt sticking out of the top here if I got 1.5 bolts. So I might run up to the fastener place there and actually get some 5s, some grade 5s. He'll probably try to sell me nuts too. Oh, you need the grade 5 nuts too, which, yeah, you probably do. The funniest thing ever is, though, they'll try to sell you grade 5 washers. It's like, dude, really? Washer isn't really doing a lot. I don't think I'm going to washer these anyways. I don't want it sticking up too far where the stuff's going to get, munged on there a lot, and I got to keep banging it to get it all out, right? I think that should be good. There was a suggestion, too, of putting threads underneath. I should have threaded this plate here, but I'd like to have something holding from the other side, not just into this, because I think it might actually, it'll probably put a lot of strain on the bolts and stuff more than, having a nut on both sides, where it's getting sandwiched together instead of just kind of being held from one side, if you know what I mean. I mean, it probably would have worked, but that's all right. I don't care. We'll just bolt them and drive on. But yeah, I could have, tapped threads into them, cut threads into the plate there, and then just, but whatever. That's all right. So I got a little bit of work to do at the cemetery first, of course, and then a little bit later on we'll get working on this thing. And I guess what I'll do is probably find center of these things, and then I'll just line them up onto the plate thing there. Maybe just bring them back a hair bit, and then bzz, bzz, on each side, weld them. go from there, and then we'll heat them and bend them. I know one of you suggested to bend it in the vise, but the only problem with that is I wouldn't know how far to bend it. I would have to, because I have to weld it on here kind of thing, heat this and bend it around until it hits the other side of the plate, but there's a lot of maneuvering and getting her lined up and stuff. So I did the other one just like I'm going to do this one here, and it worked really good. So you guys will see that in a little bit here. But anyways, I do have to do a little bit of work out there, and then we'll come back and hopefully get this into something that'll maybe dig today, or see how long it takes to do this. It's gonna be a bit. The only other trouble I might have, I think I got a full one out there. Well, I still got. Oh yeah, we should be good. I think I've got what's that? About a little over 1,200 pounds there, and about 70 there. So yeah, that should be fine. It won't take much to heat those and bend around. So. Okay, I'll go to do some work, and then we'll be back and we'll get messing around here. Alright, wow, holy cow, finally getting work on this thing. I've been doing a whole bunch of stuff today. Tons of people coming and asking questions about stuff and visiting and stuff, you know, like, not like viewers like you folks, but like just, you know, people, right? You know, come and ask me questions and stuff, and holy cow, I hardly got anything done this morning except talking to peoples. But anyways, that's all part of her, I guess. That, and then I get the odd, you know, I was having lunch at home on the door. Go upstairs. Yeah, can I help you? Yeah, just wondering if we could book a cremation burial. I'm like, sure, when do you want to do it? Like maybe in the next 20 minutes? I'm like, luckily it was just in the columbarium thing, so anyways, but whatever. You know, so I'm like, holy! Anyways, let's get back to this. That's what happened this morning. So, one thing I don't like about tape measures is it screws up your first, you know, where it's holding the thing on there, right? I like to kind of use the shorter thing, but I guess what I'll have to do is, well, I don't really want to use my, you know, measuring caliper thingies here, but I need to split these in half, and basically all I have to do is, not like physically cut them and split them in half. I just need to mark 3/4 of an inch, roughly on each one, to mark center, because 1/2 inch and 1/2 is 3/4 of an inch, correct? Correct, I do believe. At least that's what Google tells me. Google tells me everything. Google, where would we be today without Google and all their stuff, you know? Like, holy, I don't know. Okay, so that gives me a rough setting to where to put them. So I want to go there, you know, vice versa. I was thinking this morning too, oh boy, I better not blow these on here too hard, or it's going to make this thing go. So I'm going to have to do some tacks, I guess, first, and then weld them a little more solid, a little bit at a time. Let this plate cool a little bit more, weld them, let them cool. Like, you know, I'll do one here, maybe here and here, and then, you know, here, whatever, let it cool. It's going to take a long time. This is going to kind of maybe suck for today's video, because it's going to be a lot more waiting just for me to wait for everything to cool off, you know. Because I think if I just went at her, the thing would just kind of go. These things would be like wicked tight where they're loose-ish now. They'd be so friggin' tight they might even be popping off, because there's hardly any threads on them things biting right now at all. So, but anyways, we'll get the welder here. I'll get these tacked on, let her cool again, and slowly but surely get them welded on. And then we'll do some heating. Hopefully I can get to that today because I'm actually seriously almost out of time. It's freaking like 2 o'clock already. Like, holy cow, the day is gone. But anyways, the way she works, so gotta figure out too. These end ones might not get kind of right there. They might get pushed to the end about there, and that'll give me. If we put our bend about here, that'll get me roughly about a 1-inch overhang outside. So I'll get them positioned, get them tacked on, and then I'll get back to you in a sec here. Alright, there we all tacked on. Tried a couple of good ones there, and I don't think I want to go too hot too fast here. I think it's going to end up warping that plate. 3/8 is pretty thick, but if I crank this welder up to what the rated weld is, like that's rated at right at the 3/8 weld right there, it does a pretty nice job, but that also pours a lot of heat to her too, right? So I want to do maybe one more here and let her sit and cool for a bit. Alright, well there we go, we are welded on the top side anyways. Now we got to do the heating and bending, and hopefully that goes all well. Looks like one here got a little twisted up on me. I don't know what happened there, but that's okay. I don't think the dirt will care. You know, some of them are well, yeah, they'll be alright. I don't think the dirt will care, like I say. Okay, so this is going to be the fun part. What torch should I use? What do I got on her now? Just a brazing end right now, so I'm going to have to probably change that. I don't know whether I want to go really with the heating torch, the rosebud, or maybe just a cutting torch, because I don't want a huge wide area that's heated. I just want kind of a small area so I can just sort of bend her kind of back on itself there. So I got to get a couple of tools, hammer or so, because I'm going to have to probably get under there and then hammer them kind of straight once they get under, and of course a torch. Alright, hopefully this all goes good. I need to get myself a new pair of glasses. Goggle glasses, but anyways, we'll do with what we have right now. So hopefully this don't fall off here. Doesn't fall off here. Don't is not a good word. But once I get them heated, it will be very effortless to that's not where I put that thing anyways. So I gotta get her started first here. Okay, that was fun. I'm gonna have to change sides with you though, so we'll put you on the other side here because I gotta turn the bucket the other way, and then you'll be looking at nothing but the back of the bucket. So let's put you there. Look, we're about well, we're over halfway done. That was the center one there, so not too bad. They're coming pretty good. I'm kind of a little blinded right now because I don't have my my cutting shield thing down on those glasses. So you can see this one needs to get banged over a bit. Banged over a bit too. So I'll reheat here. I gotta put my sparker dewey. Well then, that's weird. Okay, well, let me reposition everything here and then we'll fire up the next side. Alrighty, we got 3 left. Nothing on fire yet, which is really good. Found my sparker, it was in behind. Alright, there we go. We got some teeth formed. They're extremely very hot right now, so I don't really want to touch anything. I do need to get it up in the air. And probably put a fan on it here, let her cool a bit. But everything's looking pretty good. Turn this exhaust fan on much quieter. Try to get as much fluid onto it as I can there. I'll let them cool. Gotta be pretty warm right now. Oh, it's like a heater back here. It's so hot. Huh. This side's not so bad now. Not quite cold, but this is just the same exact principle as a furnace right there. So you heat up the, you know, the metal inside thingy. Then you blow air through it and it comes off hot. Kind of an expensive way there to just to heat your room up, but anyways, it works. So how do they look back here? It's not too bad. They almost need heated here and then smacked down to the piece, but I think, well, maybe just the side ones do, but I think the rest of them I'm just going to weld on. And the other time I did this, I actually filled in here and inside, but you know what? I don't think I'm going to. I want to try to keep the weight down, right? So, and plus they're not a super sharp, you know, cutting edge kind of thing as in our other ones out here. But I guess if you heated it up more and pounded it a lot more, you'd probably squash them out real good. But I'm not. That should be fine. So yeah, see how sharp these ones are here, right? A lot sharper for cutting and stuff, but this one, see, like I say, it's not going to be used a whole pile, right? So just a novelty to have a removable, installable, usable, unusable if you don't want it on. Grip and tooth edge thingy. Dentures. 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 That's still getting pretty warm off of there, so we're going to have to let her sit a little bit. And should be awesome. So there we go. I just have to basically, well, you know what? Weld on these sides and that's it. Don't have to do much more to it, so that's kind of sweet. These ones here I probably should heat up and bend flat to the plate. But I got a good protection now for my bolt, which is good. It's gonna hit there and skim past and then not probably hit it too much at all, really, so that's good. I do need to get bolts for it too, but I don't think I'm gonna make her out today, or well, this week now, for bolts, but anyways, we won't be able to use her today anyways. It'll be still too wicked awesome hot, so I'm gonna look, well, try to look down the line here and see if there's any warpage. Hopefully no warpage. Actually, it looks pretty darn good. All the ends aren't bang on perfect. These couple here look like they're a bit shorter, so, but everything looks pretty good along the board there. So one's a bit short here. That guy's a bit short, but like I say, the dirt won't care. The dirt and gravel and rocks will not care. But the sand might. The sand might care, maybe. Okay, 10 minutes with the fan going roughly, oh, everything's cold. Fan works good. Fan works good. Now, still loose-ish. Some of them are a little snug though. So that maybe not good. We might have got a little warpage there. I guess it won't hurt much. Okay, so now I want to, probably going to heat this along this line here and then just bang that down a little bit. It's kind of silly because I don't really have to go too far with it, but maybe we better. And of course that's going to be too tall and now it's too short. I need something there that's the right height just to hold it kind of, well, maybe that'll sort of work. I just have to heat it and then bang that feller down there and let her cool again. Both sides will need her. So we'll fire up here. Try to get you guys maybe about here somewhere. And kind of silly just to heat that little bit, because the rest of them I'm just going to weld, I think. There's a tiny little gap there, but I'm not too worried about that. It'll zzz, zzz, you know, all the way down good. Hopefully it doesn't warp, but I'll have to do a little bit at a time again, I guess, is the best way to do her. Okay, so we need a hammer. We'll need a pair of gloves. Okay. I do believe that should be alright. Yeah, I think that'll work. So I'll get that cooled off again here, and then we'll start welding her on. So anyways, I'm just doing the tops here now. Everything else is welded. Should be good. I'm just doing every other top and then cool it and then every other top. So anyways, while we're doing that, I'm just going to maybe take a little run down to the beaver dams here and show you kind of what's been happening down here at the beaver dams. So let's go down have a look at the beaver dams. Well, I don't know what kind of bug that is. He's on the move though. Well, she could be a little mushy in here, maybe. Oh, yeah, it is a little bit. Well, we had a bit of rain last night too, right? So there's a fair bit of a low spot down in here, which could probably use a couple loads of nice gravelly stuff brought in. I could have a nice road here, but it's not really the idea, right? Ooh, it is a little bit mushy. a little bit mushy. But it's just like, you know, it's as low as the river here, I guess, so it never really gets dried out too much. But getting some green stuff starting to grow back. Ooh, is this ever mushy? Ooh. So we're just gonna go check out this one dam here, and maybe on the way home we'll check the one out in front of the house. But I was down here midwinter time, I think, when there wasn't any snow. It was a little icy and I was down here. Look, it's starting to green up already with stuff. That's good. But yeah, it doesn't look like he's rebuilt too much. Well, that's interesting. There's just a few sticks down in there, and not kind of glary for you guys, I know, on with the sun there, but it's about normal. It's about normal, so I'd say it's not too bad. He must not be building too much. Now, what's going on down here, though? It doesn't look like a dam. It just looks like some of the miscellaneous sticks got down here, maybe, and kind of bunged it up. I could probably actually drive right down through here. It's actually pretty hard. Yeah, I don't think this was a dam. I know there's sticks and stuff in it, but it doesn't look like it was built. It just looks like stuff that just kind of got washed down and then flopped in against all this stuff here. If I had a bigger machine, I could get down and get all this stuff pulled out of here and make it kind of nicer, but oh wow, I didn't see that before. Let's have a look over here. Look at this cedar tree over here. This isn't very safe. This cedar tree over here. I don't know if I can get to it without getting the soaker. This cedar tree has grown up and around and then up. That's pretty cool. If I can get over here without getting a soaker. Huh. It's grown up, curled around, and it's going out and up over the far side there. Wow, and there's a nice beaver trail dragging all their wood and stuff down through here. Sure looks like it anyways. Right down into the water. Yeah, there's a little from their bellies and stuff rubbing and washing out the side. Oh, well, there it could go. Not a very safe tree here, but anyways, yeah, doesn't look too bad. I'd say she's flowing about normal. It's not like it's bunged up too much or anything, so I think we're good. But I could probably get down here, but I wouldn't. Well, I might be able to park right on the edge of this here, maybe reach out to about there. It doesn't have a whole pile of reach, right? That's the only thing, so I wouldn't definitely get to the other side, but oh well, it's getting by. But look at this chunk here, eh? Chewed all the bark off it and stuff. Certainly they don't hurt the wood to chew the bark off, but they sure cut her open. Wow, there we go. So I guess we'll check that other one maybe if I remember on the way home. And the one's further up. Maybe have a look at their hut too, if I can get over there. And well, I might be able to walk just up the side here. We can see the hut. Let's do that before we head back and finish welding. Well, we're here. It's kind of hard to get out here, but they sure did drag down a huge feed bed. I think they call that a feed bed, where wintertime when it freezes over, they just get a soaker. Oh no. That was not expected. And she gets wet. That was probably freaking done by the beavers too, I bet. They probably drilled a little hole there. Oh man, soaker. But anyways, yeah, there's like a feed bed here, right? This is all stuff they've piled here. And they'll swim out and then start chewing stuff from the bottom when it's frozen up top. And when they need to, they'll pull sticks out of here and drag them down and start building a dam again if they have to. So, but that there was their hut, this hump of stuff here, and then they'd swim out underneath this, right? But it doesn't look like they've been here, so maybe he's got them all. But there's a lot of mess here in the river that should probably be cleaned out. But holy heck, how the heck do I do that? I don't think I'm going to do it, but Anyways, I guess they'll rot down eventually and then gone. Mother Nature will take them again, right? So, man, actually my foot's not really that wet, surprisingly. The only place that's wet is right in the tongue area where it's like a material. This is leather, didn't get through that. Well, that sucked, but anyways. Quite a mess here too with the crap. And for some reason, I don't know how, there's a hunk of culvert over there. Like I'm in the middle of nothing here. There shouldn't be anything, but there's a culvert laying there. You can see her. I don't ask me. But anyways, I guess the water gets under all this crap, so she's there. She's pretty good. Must come under here, and then oof, you can see like swirly mark things. That's kind of cool. But yeah, there we go. I'm kind of thinking that there's no beavers. All right, whoops, all right, well, there we go. I think we're all welded pretty good. Everything's cooled off nice. I'm worried about some of these are kind of a little tight on me, but hopefully they didn't warp. But anyways, now that's good. That's awesome. That should work good. So now let's flip her over. Yes, we better flip her over. I want to try taking off this thing here. Just let it go. Okay, flip her over here. Let's flip her around here. Whoa. See how she looks. Now I didn't weld in here because I didn't. Oh crap! We've already lost a nut. Uh-oh. Anyways, take her off. Oh sure. Turning. There. Now we want to just do like a ditching situation, say. We just take that off. Now we're back to ditching bucket. That is freaking cool. I don't know. I don't often like to toot my own horn, but that is pretty freaking neat. I'm liking that. That's pretty cool. So it might be a little tricky to get her back on, to get the bolts back in here. But we'll have to figure that out. I guess it'll be easier probably when it's, you know, when we've got it on the machine. Are you kidding me? When we got her on the machine, and then we can flip the bucket around, and then you know, make her easier. So that's pretty awesome. Well, that was awesome. Now we want to rip some rocks and stuff, we'll say, right? So it's on the machine, we'll say. We want to install it on the machine now. If I had longer bolts, it would be better, easier to bolt up, but you get the idea. So there we go. That is freaking cool. So I do have to get longer bolts. I'm thinking these were probably an inch and a half. That'll give us basically a nut width on the top. I don't have any inch and a half, half-inch bolts, unfortunately. I might have to go shopping and get some, but then we can bolt her together. I don't even know what I have to impact those on. Just, I think, crank them on to be fine, and drive on with her. And even I don't even think I need to put like a grade 5 bolt into it. But yeah, that suggestion was good to maybe have tapped these, but then I could just screw into, you know, can you guys see that? Yeah, just screw into this, but I'd be putting all that strain on this little area with nothing in behind. I kind of like the idea of having stuff behind, so that's why I went that way. And freaking awesome. That should be sweet. And I was thinking of painting this thing, but honestly, I don't know. Could throw a load of primer on her maybe, but I don't have any brake cleaner right now. I keep forgetting to get some when I'm out. So I got all this waxy stuff in here now from the nozzle dip stuff, so that's just not going to work. So, but anyways, that's all right. She should be pretty awesome. I think some stuff I paint, some I don't, because as you guys know exactly what happens to buckets as soon as it hits dirt. It looks great when it's not been used, but as soon as you use it, it's all going to tear the paint all off, and it's going to look like crap anyways. So, but I don't know, maybe. Some of the surface was a little rusty too, the stuff I used, right? It wasn't the greatest, so I don't know. I'm gonna keep her in her naked clothes. It's gonna go all rusty and crappy, and then I'll probably have to get it sandblasted and then paint it. But anyways, it does look nicer when they are painted. But like I say, I don't have any brake cleaner right now to spray it down and clean it with, so I have to get some of that. So. Plus, paint-wise, I don't really know what I got left in here now. I got lots of yellow. I don't think it would look good with the orange. There's some Kubota orange. Well, it's not really Kubota orange, but it's the same. Case red, which is pretty much Kubota orange. Not enough of that, though, but got lots of yellow. I'd actually like to get some of the, I don't know what color it's called or what the code is or anything, but some of the bluey color, you know? Like the same kind of color that they painted the thumb. It's like that Kubota blue color. But like look at this bucket even. Like, you know, we painted her, but it's only been used about 3 times, but it's already all scratched and smashed up. But it does look better with color on it. I do admit that. Maybe we will paint it, but I want to try it. That's the thing. I want to try it. Guess I got to put the big tractor in. Yeah, I want to try it in the worst way, you know, see how it works, with and without the dewy on it. So, but anyways, I don't know. We'll have to get some brake cleaner and then give her some primer, and I'll have to get some more of that case orange or case red, I think it was, and color it, paint it with that maybe. I mean, it looks better. I got lots of good primer. I've got 4 cans. I probably need about 2 for this project. But I don't have any brake cleaner. Normally I do. Got a lot of cans of stuff I hardly ever use there, but anyways, that's alright. So anyways, I'll put the big tractor away and then I'm heading home. Anywho, I guess that's it for today. That's a good job, well done, but I just need to get brake cleaner. I keep forgetting brake cleaner. I've been up to TSC like 4 times since I knew I needed to get some. I keep forgetting. Brake cleaner, if you don't know what it is, it's a spray-on stuff that dissolves grease and oil, and then you can wipe it off, or just spray enough stuff on it you can blow it off with air. Basically dissolves the greasy stuff, oily stuff, anything like that, contaminants that might screw up your paint adhering to your material. And works good. So used it lots, you know, and even on spots on bodies and stuff on cars. Get her sanded off real good. Hit it with a little bit of air, compressed air, and then hit it with the brake cleaner, a little bit more compressed air, and then prime it. Probably never have a problem again. So, but anyways, I got to rock. Farm Sim Saturday hopefully is up for you tomorrow. So it was uploading when I left the home here, and hopefully it's still uploading, or it's done. It should be processed by now. And yeah, so anyways, have yourselves a good day. Thanks again for watching. I don't really know if I'm going to do painting videos on painting this bucket. I might just kind of do it through the weekend here if I get out for some brake cleaner. And I'll get her painted up, and then maybe one day or something next week we'll give her a shot, put her on the machine, try her out. Should be awesome. But anyways, thanks again for watching, and have a good night, weekend, and stuff, and we'll catch you next week.